Hi, I'm one clever wolf, but apparently not clever enough to actually come up with a name for my persona. So, yeah, well, I don't know. You can call me whatever. Um, the thing is that I'm making this channel because I need some accountability in my life. Said no furry ever. The essentially what is the problem is I want to do many things, but I never get round to actually doing them because I don't. It's difficult for me to, get round and do things because I kind of forget they're happening or whatever, or I get distracted by something that's more interesting. For example, I had a Japanese test recently, the JLPT. Maybe you know it. If you study Japanese, probably know the JLPT. So I had the JLPT N3 exam, and I should have been practicing for it. I had like 6 months to practice it, and I didn't. So I had the JLPT, and there's a set deadline for it. So it's the first Sunday in December, and I thought, okay, so if I have a deadline, I can build towards it and actually do something. But it turns out that's not necessarily true, because what I actually need is accountability to other people, not just accountability to myself. Um, and I found this out in an interesting way, is actually with who you're looking at now, Mr. Nameless Wolf. I don't know. God, I feel like I should call him like fucking Tangent or Ramble or something, because that's literally all I do. Um, anyway, so yeah, I can't think of a name. But that's aside from the point. I was invited to a Halloween party. At the end of August, I was invited, and they said, bring a costume. And I was like, I'm a furry. I should be a werewolf. And so I spent 2 months making this boy, this wonderful boy. First time making a fursuit. Very proud of myself. I thought I did quite a good job. Not so humble brag. But I think I did quite a good job, First time trying. And, I have a 8 to 5 job. And every time every day after I got home from work, I would work on him. And this is the result. And actually, not just him, I actually have a tail also. I actually have a tail. Nice fluffy tail that I wore. So this took like a weekend, and then the head took the rest of the 2 months, September and October. But the thing that kept me going, the thing that motivated me, even when it was really difficult and I was completely stuck in like a perfectionism rut, the thing that actually got me out of the rut, one, was some good advice, such as perfection is, or perfect is the enemy of done. That was from Waffles, from his fursuit playlist. I'll put a link down there. Also, yeah, there'll be some links for the fursuit stuff. Irrelevant. Anyway, rambling again, as I said. Rambles the wolf. Lol. The what was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought. Yeah. Anyway, so but the thing that kept me going was the fact that if I didn't finish the costume, I wouldn't have a costume for this party, and it wouldn't embarrass me in front of other people. The fact that if I have a goal, and if I don't succeed in the goal, other people will think negatively about me. Maybe a slightly toxic reasoning for, you know, doing something, but it worked, so I'm trying it again for other things. Yeah, so right now I'm actually making some hand paws, because these, as you can probably tell, are just cheap, fluffy gloves I bought from Daiso and then stuck some felt onto them. This took me like an afternoon when I was sitting at work with nothing to do. But right now I'm actually working on some proper hand paws. Look at these beans. Look at those beans. Yeah. Ow. So that's what I'm doing now. And I know I can also do it based on the similar reasoning of that is I've had a diary, and I've kept this diary every day. I've written an entry in this diary, and I started it in December 2019, and now it's December 2022, and I believe today is actually the anniversary of the day when I first started writing. So the 23rd of December was the first day I started writing this back in 2019. And every day since then, I've written an entry. This diary can hold 10 years worth of diary entries. So they're very small. They're very small diary entries. But you know, the thing that kept me going, even when I didn't want to write something or if nothing happened, the thing that kept me going is thinking about the future. What if, you know, I had some like kids or something in the future? I don't know. Anything can happen. What if, you know, something happened and someone had this diary and they were interested in like reading it or something, and or even I'm very old and I'm reading it, it's just horrific. Like, it's kind of an existential horror feeling of an incomplete diary. It's like you have 10 years of your life in this diary, and yet one of the days is just missing, or like something. That's awful. That's that's horrific. I can't stand that. No, no thanks. No thanks. That's awful. Whereas with the JLPT, with the Japanese exam, if I fail it, I'm the only one that is really affected by that. No one else is affected by me failing the JLPT. So it doesn't matter. I don't care. So that's why I'm making this YouTube channel. Essentially, it's a way to keep myself accountable by putting myself on a public platform and telling the public things that I'm gonna attempt to do, which is very nerve-wracking, not gonna lie. Feel very anxious and kind of a bit sick, but I think it will be useful for personal growth if I can kind of get over that anxiety and just put it out there, put something out there. Yeah, so this is the channel intro, so not much, no promises made this time, apart from I'll try and upload one video a week. That's basically it. Yeah, so I don't know how many people will actually end up watching this. Probably not many. Like, I don't know, maybe 10 if I'm lucky. But yeah, I hope anyone who's watching this have a great day. And stay tuned to watch me make an absolute tit of myself. Yeah, that's why. That's why. Yeah, you may have questions about the name of the channel, One Clever Wolf. I don't think that I myself am clever. It's more of a positive affirmation kind of thing. It's like, I want to become a clever wolf, like one of many. Yeah, and I thought the idea was good, at least. It's an idea that might actually help me to get things done. Because if I leave things up to me and I'm the only person who's going to be let down, then I don't really care. I don't have the motivation. But if other people will be let down, or if other people will think negatively about me because of something, then I'm gonna do it and make sure that I end up giving people a positive experience or a positive view of myself. Which sounds not narcissistic, maybe a bit desperate, I don't know, desperate for validation or something. But hey, that's just how my brain works, so you gotta work with what you've got, so that's what I'm gonna do. Um, yeah, so I'll try and upload one video a week, and stay tuned, because I'm gonna try and make a video about my New Year's resolutions. Although I will say, first week of January is going to be very stressful and busy because I'm going to JMOF, which is the furry convention here in Japan. And yeah, I don't know what will happen. I'm a bit nervous. It's the first time I've ever been to one of these things, and you know, I didn't get a room at the hotel, so I'm gonna have to travel, and my Japanese is not terrible, but it's not like that great, so I don't know, hopefully I can meet some cool people. Who knows? Anyway, rambling again. Yeah, okay. Have a good day.